Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Sleep was okay, though I kept falling back asleep because I had one cat as a leg warmer all the way up against my legs, so I had both a basically a weighted blanket and a warm cat on my legs. And then the cats traded places, so then I had Binks on my legs, and he's heavier and warmer. And I fell back asleep. And I didn't set another alarm, so... I had a very warm kitty with me. So I have since released both of them from my room right now. So I'm kitty free at the moment. I gotta think about watch-alongs at some point. Reaction videos, I guess, of things that I'm interested in. I do at some point, I've talked about it before, want to watch like food-oriented making videos with you guys. I have a whole playlist of food-oriented videos of like bakeries and things like that. Did I survive Christmas? I feel like I survived Christmas. Christmas is over. This is like the weird limbo in between Christmas and New Year's, which a lot of people have like funky feelings about, but I feel like this is like the time frame to like relax, recuperate, recharge your social battery. You're not dead yet. Hi, Sea Turtle. Also, hi, Grima. Hi, Brain. Hi, Blade, if you're still there. But I thought I'd use Go as background noise today because I don't know about music today, but we have some lovely ambience of forest birdies, rain, and the crackle of a fireplace. I might need to actually turn it up, though. Hold on. Which I think the ambience is actually already turned up all the way, but I think I can turn it all the way up here, too. Fire is all the way up. Ah, mine. What's the plan for the day? The plan today is having a chatting stream, basically. Grandma's tired and very nearly threw up my breakfast. Since I think like the day before Christmas, I've been extra stuffy. So the morning bout with allergies and drainage and things like that has taken its toll. Ugh. Yeah, that's a daily occurrence. Is just depending on the severity of it. I have drainage every morning, and if I attempt to blow my nose, this is TMI. If it kind of grosses you out, you don't have to listen. Every time I blow my nose, I'll start gagging, but I'm already coughing and gagging due to the drainage. So if I go in and try to blow my nose, all hell breaks loose. So my tummy is a little flippy right now, but it's not horrible enough to, not do anything. That's why we're not playing more of Light Up the Town today. You went shopping for New Year's Eve, making pizza with friends and watching Free Run. Did the new season of Free Run come out yet? Or is it still in development? Or that the airing hasn't started yet? Yeah, cookies should not be tossed today. Did my $10 go through the last stream? I believe so. I haven't seen anything about it otherwise. So I don't know if it messes up. I can look at the video. I mean, it looked like it went through. I believe. Season 2 is supposed to be airing in January. Okay. I can't wait. Freerun's such a great anime. It's really a well thought out story. Oh god, my eyes are fuzzy today too. Am I in full grandma mode that I can't read small text very well today? I would have bought you a game, but I don't have you on Steam or anything. I wish Steam did have a like game buying function without having to be friends on Steam. January 16th, the day before my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I'll move my chat box over here so I can see it better. Oh. Yeah, the mecha and its problems. Hi, Egg. Hello, hello, hello. Oh. I hope that you guys can't hear me sniffling. Hopefully it's not too loud if it is. Picking up on the microphone. I am still somehow very sore, even though I haven't done much today or yesterday. I was kind of drooling on myself yesterday. I woke up really late. I somewhat made food, and then I kind of like drooled on myself for a while, and then played video games with my friends. Yeah, Gam's tired. Gram is eepy today. With a very stiff neck, too. Why? Why can't I have a day where my neck doesn't hurt? But hey, we survived Christmas. Christmas has been, I feel like, a little more active than last year. In terms of going out and doing stuff. I didn't particularly do anything that was festive oriented. It was mostly going out and looking for things and grocery shopping and stuff. Flexibility training would help. I do have TheraBands. There's those stretchy rubber bands basically, and I do have a walking pad that I want to move. I want to utilize more this year. I need to build up some core strength again. I need to keep my bones in place. But thankfully today, it doesn't seem... If I stretch out my arm right now, it doesn't seem like I'm having the usual, like, tendon twinging. So that's a good thing. Maybe I'll take Tylenol or ibuprofen later. Maybe that'll help. Someone actually gave my mom a walking pad for Christmas, but I walk the most of my family, so I'll likely be using it. Walking pads are awesome. I've had one for a while, and I haven't really utilized it as much as I should. But sometimes it's much better than walking outside, especially if it's super hot outside. I can just walk on the walking pad in AC and be okay. Hi, Matthias. I don't know what's the best way to walk on a walking pad though. Do I need to have shoes on? Can I walk it barefoot? Like if I do like 10 to 20 minutes a day. Not like going upwards like too much. Yeah, 10 more subs until 1,000. Subnautica is in my near future. Today I woke up before the time I was awake until the day before. I felt like I was losing my days at one point. I thought it was one day of the week when it was another. I imagine barefoot, but you use shoes on treadmills, so who knows? I don't have like clean sport shoes that I could utilize on it, so I'll probably just continue to use it barefoot. Somehow, I keep flinging coffee from my straw. Why? Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't be currently drinking my coffee right now until my tummy settles. Oh, that's right. I wanted to show you guys before on a previous grandma hour what my eyeballs does in terms of visuals. Did I save it here? Where did I save it? I think I might have saved it somewhere. Did I already do the... Hold on. I gotta see this up close real quick before I put it up on screen. Did I already change it? Oh, I did. Okay. I did. So I talked to you guys before about what my eyes do sometimes when they're extra fuzzy, which I think it's actually kind of doing today, but it's not as distorted, just blurry. Let me get the image in here. Because grandma hours is for talking about anything and everything, but also, you know, aches and pains and our daily struggle with various annoyances that our body gives us. So I have one of my tweets as a reference. So I can't tell too much if I don't look at it from a like close up, but you can see like there's like double text, and this one's like a mild form. I figure that I'm going to know what you mean. Yeah. It's mildly I think it's maybe astigmatism with that one, or it's like something else with my eyeballs. But my God, I keep forgetting I need to make up myself a pointer stick. But these double text that is like slightly less noticeable is what my eyes do sometimes. And it's varying intensities depending on how fuzzy my eyes are that day. But sometimes they'll just be blurry with that. But gosh, looking at these right now, it's just extra. It's extra fuzzy and extra funky to look at. That's you in the morning. I get that most of the day, where my eyes just decide you want to see double of certain things. But I don't know if it's the entirety of my eyes, or if it's the astigmatism in one eye, or there's something else wrong. I don't know. I know that dyslexia as well can mess with your reading comprehension and vision. So I'm wondering if it could be that as well. But it's a little funky. It's super mega astigmatism. But I think that's another thing that perpetuates the motion sickness when I play video games. And why sometimes I need to squint to read certain texts. I hate when that happens, especially when my job is needing to read tiny words. Need a magnifying glass at all times. It doesn't help that I need glasses. If I take off my glasses right now, I would not be able to read your guys's messages. It's so blurry. I feel like my vision's gotten a lot worse over the years. It didn't used to be as bad, but maybe. Yeah, your guys' text is all nothing but blurs. You're in luck. I've studied disorders for 10 years. Unironically, I don't know everything, but ask away and I'll answer the best I can. Really? That's impressive. I don't know exactly what kind of questions to ask, though. Because it's only recently that... Because I know reading with dyslexia is either reading ahead or reading too fast or jumbling the words within your own brain. But I know that there's some forms of dyslexia where you can have either like moving text or the text kind of warbles. I don't think I specifically have those ones, but I do read ahead and have a little bit trouble with certain letters. That and my brain doesn't like to connect to my mouth properly either. My mother got new lenses in her eyes and she wishes she did it like 5 years ago. Did she get the surgery for putting like the contact lenses underneath the surface? That's scary. I don't need glasses. I went to the oculist because I noticed one of my eyes is worse than the other, but I can still reach from far away or read from far away. Some people don't necessarily have like perfect 20/20 vision, so there's probably always going to be at least one eye that's fuzzy or just a little bit fuzzy. Mine is that one eye is definitely worse than the other, and I think that's the astigmatism eye. But I don't feel like I have my monitor too far away, but if I take off my glasses, I can't. I can only discern like shapes and fuzziness. I could potentially read if I squint, but it's not great. Dyslexia is essentially cross wires in the brain where certain lobes aren't connected like they would normally be. Yeah. The complicated making up of the brain. The complex ways that people's brains grow. Which is why so many disorders are not completely well known. It's just like when it comes to somebody's body who doesn't produce certain hormones properly, which leads to certain disorders like depression, anxiety, and things like that. No one medication works, and you have to find like the perfect cocktail for your own brain of medication. And I think it's always at least 2 different medications that people take to find the proper concoction to help their brain work the way that it needs to, the way it's supposed to be working. But it's also a slippery slope because to find that perfect concoction of medication, you kind of get worse before you get better, which is not great for somebody who's going through those mental loops. Which means the language center is taking unnecessary paths and taking unnecessary information along the way and causing confusion. So that's why I have so much fun for reading for you guys in video games. ADHD, autism, and depression were my specializations for the disorders I studied most. That's amazing. I'm glad that you studied that. There needs to be more people who, I'm pretty sure there is quite a bit, but I feel like there needs to be more widespread information that's more truthful than anything else. That's really impressive. Because if you can fully understand the way that's people's brain works, and it's all different for each and every one of them. For depression, autism, ADHD, there's varying levels of how far those disorders go. And it really, the term spectrum is very, very proper for it. Brains are cool even when they're messy and barely functioning, as many put it. Yes, it's sad that it's sad and fascinating at the same time with how people's brains work. Because you can have somebody who has less of a function to their brain, but they're still, you know, functioning as a person in general. But then you have somebody who has like a similarly dysfunctional brain, but they're having more of a harder time with it. Brains are scary organs. Which also has the funny bit of that you are the brain and you are piloting a meat mecha. I think about this every once in a while, and it's kind of funny that you're inside of the skeleton, which is inside the meat suit. So you have an exterior, or you have two different exteriors. You have the or like the main exteriors, the skeleton and the skin. But then you have so many more because you have the nervous system, blood vessels, muscle, fat, and skin. Yeah, 5 pounds of electric meat is a brain. Yeah, no, my depression is irrational. It doesn't help me. Yep. You can have a full understanding of how these issues with your brain work, but because of the way that it works, it's very hard to rationalize it in a physical sense, I guess, because mentally you understand, but physically your body doesn't want you to it doesn't want you to feel normal. Your emotions can be all over the place for no reason. Certain things can trigger your brain to work in dubious ways. Brains are weird. Some people reportedly think in feelings more than in words or images, and that's just insane to me. It's also insane to me to think about also people who dream. Some people can read in their dream while other people's can't. Other people can control their dreams once they figure out they're dreaming, and some people can't. There's also the thing about dreaming in color and out of color. And then there's also, what's the other thing? There was something else. And I just lost the train of thought. God dang it. Why? Dreams are really a big one, too. It's also another way that the brain is wired to work as well. I unironically learned about disorders early in life so I could beat youthful depression, and that took me 4 years of unpleasant, constant, stubborn effort to beat. I'm glad that you got there though, and I'm sad that you had to deal with it for so long, but I'm glad that you are where you are now to where it doesn't affect you as much, if at all. I tried reading in dreams and it worked most of the time, but I don't know if it was because I can just lucid dream. Yeah, the dreams are so weird sometimes. Because either people can have nonsensical dreams or they are very much a portal into knowing some of the emotions that you're going through. Because a lot of dreams can be a representation of something that's happening in your life or things that you're thinking about. A lot of the times, though, it's like whatever that you happen to watch that day. Like some people get nightmares because they watched a horror movie earlier in the day. And their brain's still kind of active on that. I remember never remember my dreams ever after an age. They just aren't remembered when I wake up. What I think is with that is that you still technically dream. It's just not something that stays in the forefront of your mind. I know for myself, the majority of the time I do not dream, or what's considered to be not dreaming because I don't remember it. But if I'm sick, or I have a migraine or a headache or anything like that, just in general, like my body's not doing okay, then I have like either really weird dreams or nightmares. But for the most part, if I'm sleeping kind of normally, I don't remember having any dreams. Oh, the other weird thing about brains is you kind of notice it in later generations now, that people aren't as scared of things that they see on television, like horror movies, video games, and things like that. There's not as a visceral response to them. Because I think, which I have no, scientific backing to it. I'm pretty sure people have done research for this. But what I think it is that with more of the technological age, that you have more of a mindset that what you're looking at is not real. Well, previous generations, you still like understand that what you're looking at is not real, but you still have like the internal monkey in you, the Neanderthal, that still reacts the way that it does to certain stimuli. And I think that's slowly going away, which makes me kind of worried for the future. Once I fell asleep with my phone below my lungs, it started vibrating and made me dream I couldn't breathe. Ugh. It's the worst kind of dreams. The only dreams I remember are those where I fall from high places. I feel like those are more nightmares than dreams. If you guys really want to hear something crazy, some people have internal monologue that narrates their thoughts without their control. Yeah, some people either have like a different voice that narrates their thoughts, or they have their own voice that narrates their thoughts, or that there's no voice at all. Most people, including myself, have no inner monologue. Meaning my inner thoughts are just silence. It's really weird when you think about it. And it's another glorious thing of the brain, and how each and every person has a different wiring to their brain like that. It's really, really, really crazy. That was another one. Some people can close their eyes and actually imagine shapes and things, and other people just have nothing, that they can't visualize something within their own head in a image-like state. Like, I can visualize, but I don't technically see anything. And I think when you have your eyes closed too, the things that your eyes think that you see is also different from person to person. Yeah, it is on a spectrum, because I think it's varying levels of like how clear the imagery is. Yeah, from nothing to full realism, which is really neat. I wish I could visualize like that, but I do not see like that, unfortunately. It's still a really neat thought process. And that's another thing that you can think about too, when it comes to the nervous system, the brain, and how the body works. For people who have chronic illnesses like fibromyalgia and other nervous system sort of pain, that what has rewired in the brain for it to think that your nerves need to like shoot off a thing of pain in that area for no reason. Mama Faye gets that more so than I do. She gets what she considers to be like ice pick pain, where she gets what she calls stabbers in certain areas that just set off a nervous system shoot of pain. I don't see it either, but I can visualize in my head. Yeah, that's what I can do. Usually miscommunication with different parts of the body. Yeah, the brain deciding you need pain in this area. And then there's like other physical issues like connective tissues and varying levels of the connective tissue issues. Where your muscles kind of compensate so they're tight all the time because your connective tissue is like Elmer's glue and holding together nothing. I removed my nervous system. I'm no longer nervous. Stupid system. I wish I could do that. I need that. I need my nervous system to work properly. So I don't feel like I want to, you know, like claw my said nervous system out. Actually, the nerves decide pain. The brain just processes it. It's how your sense of touch works. Yeah, a lot of the time my sense of touch is like, I don't want to touch this because it hurts. I have moments where I gather clothing and I'm like, oh, this is good. Let's wear this after we take a shower. And then after I take a shower, my hands decide, I don't want to wear this anymore. This doesn't feel comfortable. If you have a heart attack, just defend it. If I had a wall around my heart, I hope that I could defend it like that. There's a lot of times where you have like the malfunction of the brain to the nervous system because my hands and feet will sometimes burn. Mostly my feet, though. You get like a burning sensation. If you're depressed, just be happy. It's like, just think happy thoughts. Like that works. It's not like it's a hormone imbalance in the brain. That you need hormones. It's like taking a vitamin for your brain, antidepressants and things like that. It's just replacing the things that you can't make yourself. Melatonin does the same thing, though I don't really work well with melatonin, so I take a very, very small dosage. Along with magnesium and L-theanine. It's the same thing as taking vitamins. It's meant to balance the chemicals within your brain. Whack that brain, let him know who's boss. Sometimes that works for people. Having positive affirmations and it's the same thing as like grounding yourself when you feel like you're like losing your place in the world. It's similar in concept. Sometimes it works for people, sometimes it doesn't. Some people need more of like a physical shock than a mental shock. That's why I've seen a lot of instances where people are saying try eating something sour because it kind of shocks your system when you're having like anxiety or a panic attack. That having like a Ziploc bag of like sour gummy worms or something, or Sour Patch Kids, can be very, very helpful. Damn girl, you're like a masterpiece of problems. I am a masterpiece of problems. I have dyslexia. My body hurts on the daily. There's always something wrong. And there's not a day that something doesn't, hurt in multiple places. Very rarely do I have like a really good day where it feels like nothing's wrong. I always have like a headache in my forehead. That varies in intensity on days, and then sometimes it's just migraine, and then I can't do squat for that day. Food is your favorite medication? It is. If you have a healthier diet and taking vitamins to supplement the things that you can't get on the daily, or, things that don't like suit your palate, because not a lot of people like fish, but they definitely need omega-3s. Food's a great place to start in terms of helping balance hormones and the chemicals in your brain and everything. Very, very helpful. She's like Mr. Burns with all the diseases struggling to pass through the door. No. Not to mention I have allergies. I have weird ones too, where some things could give me a rash, but I couldn't tell you what gave me the rash. It's not even like a full-blown rash either. It's just weird sometimes where my skin decides, nope, don't put that on your skin. You gotta love a struggling body. If I couldn't think about the fact that there might be like phantom pains, I would like an actual mechanical body. Can I transfer my consciousness to a mechanical body and not have to deal with like everyday sensations? I would still like to taste food. Taste, smell, food. But I kind of wonder if your brain is previously known to be a part of like a really messed up body, would it still think that you have said body and give you phantom pains? You could be allergic to something. Have you ever tested for allergies? Not particularly. I haven't had a chance to do a full allergy test set up, but that's a plan for the future, because I want to know if I'm just sensitive to things or if it's like actually an allergic reaction. Because I can eat citrus, but some days if I'm eating or drinking like a moderate amount of citrus, my mouth peels. Which is not a pleasant thought, because I can eat like clementines, mandarins, and things like that. Probably 1 to 2 small ones, but it makes my mouth hurt, usually. I want the vitamin C. Because I know people on the mechanical part that I was talking about of wanting like a mechanical body. It's a similar concept of somebody who had a limb beforehand, but say they lost it for some reason and had to be amputated. They still get phantom pains in those non-existent limbs. So I wonder if somebody who has like transferred their consciousness or brain to a mechanical body, would you still have phantom pains? Probably. The allergy test where they stab you with a million microneedles of stuff is cool because it doesn't hurt, but in pictures you look metal AF. I am worried the day that I decide to do that more than likely there'll be some probably reactions to certain things, but I wonder if I'm just mildly react to everything, because I've never had like anaphylaxis shock or anything. I haven't had like a really bad reaction to food or like topical things. So I wonder if my body just hates me in general, that just doesn't like most things because I have sensitive skin. Origins and eggs are a hit or miss for me. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. I love them, but oranges and anything citrus, like I can't eat pineapple because we already know that pineapple basically has the enzymes that sort of like eat you. but citrusy things in general. If I have, like, say, lemonade or like the Crystal Light lemonade powders, if I drink too much of it, or I guess it happens to be if my mouth is extra sensitive, I don't know how else to like describe it, but the inner bit of my mouth will peel. Like it'll remove a layer of film from my mouth. And it's the worst feeling. I don't recommend it. Not that you probably could do it on a whim. But I would love to get some allergy testing. Whenever I actually get the proper chance to do that. I would love to get some stuff figured out. Bro, what are you actually falling apart like a ruined building? Yes. Yes, I am. I think the building that is my body has been condemned for quite a while. If it's a salty food, I can always taste the butter and I hate it. That sounds accurate. I had to be careful with how much citrus I'm putting in my body. Tylenol is my friend. You can get saltless butter. But there's never a shortage of Tylenol and ibuprofen and Excedrin and Aleve, Naproxen in this household. This house is full of people that have pain on the daily. Yay for genetics. So I still feel like Mama Faye's body is more decrepit than mine is. But she takes some heavy duty medications to manage her pain. Me, I survive on Tylenol and I wing it. I have been utilizing more braces nowadays because I tell you guys all the time that, oh, I've gone grocery shopping, my hip slips out of place. Dinner time. Girl, you have so many problems. Can I use you for my doctor? Going to a doctor is all in due time. I'm fully convinced Peach has the secret juice they inject world leaders when they get old, and that's how she survives. I don't have any. I don't know why I survive, to be honest. Worst pickup line. Yeah, my joints like to slip out of place. If I yank on my hand accidentally, like one of my fingers, if I'm like getting a little too vigorous and drying my hands, it feels like it's gonna pop out of place. But I have been, when going out this past week, cause it's meant for a sciatica nerve pain. But it straps around your hips and one of your legs, and it keeps my hip a little bit more supported. And it's actually pretty good. So I feel like that I probably need to get something for my knee as well, because that left side likes to be unstable. I'm pretty sure if you picked her up, she'd collapse. Am I Jenga? I'm a Jenga tower. I bet she could break her hand while drawing. No, but I have messed or tweaked my shoulder opening up a door. Which sounds very sad. I was opening up the fridge door. I was getting something to drink, and I wasn't necessarily like, standing properly in front of the fridge, so I opened the door and I hurt my shoulder. And whenever I say to Mama Faye is like, what did I do? What have I done today that has made something so worse? And she just replies with, you existed. You just exist and something goes wrong. I perpetually feel like I have a cold all the time, and it's not great. I think the only thing that I can say that is better out of the entirety of the situation that is my body, at least knock on wood, that I'm not like in and out of the hospital. That's a great thing in my book. People like you are what badminton was made for. So fragile. My one of the other Fae calls me a delicate orchid. Because if you don't take care of an orchid, like very specifically, it's like you water it, it dies. You put it next to the windowsill so it can get some sun, it dies. That's me. I can't do anything right because it doesn't feel like anything helps. The only thing that kind of helps is Tylenol. Which is also another really sad sentence. That's accurate. I've tried to grow orchids before. There's some people who can make orchids bloom beautifully, but orchids are such a delicate flower that even if you're doing everything right, it's still going to be like, oh, I'm just gonna expire. Just leave me on the floor. I'm fine. It's just slowly withering away. Slowly withering away. I'm not one of them yet. I hope you won't be one of them. I wonder how you'd react if you've ever taken the damage I have. I mean, whenever I talk about my own stuff, you guys seem super concerned. One of our usual regulars, Wisp, has a wife that is a nurse, or basically works in a hospital, and they're concerned on the daily. They're very concerned. This is one of the other reasons why I have my bed as a computer chair. It's so much more comfy. I can stretch out my legs. I can lay any which way, and I don't have to worry about, unless it's like, a bad physical day, that I don't get as much back pain from it anymore. Human nature, yeah. I have 2 black thumbs. Every plant dies when I'm near. No. One of the elder fae, they have a green thumb, which is kind of funny because they're not like the best person. And I know a lot of people say that negativity is not great for plants, but somehow through otherworldly means, they are able to keep plants alive. Somehow, some way. Oh, I feel like something wants to pop in my shoulder area. Or shoulder blade area. Oh, God. You know what's really great if you have back pain and if like the back pain gets worse when you're walking? It really is a good thing, like what they do for babies, and it's tummy time. Laying on your tummy, with some support and of a pillow around your head and laying in a blanket on the floor. Tummy time is great for your back pain. I've gone to anime conventions before where I usually bring like this really big wheelie bag and I have a whole bunch of stuff in it for me to use and for others to use. I'm going to the anime convention with, and I always nowadays bring a blanket. Also, this wheelie bag has a chair attached to it, or a seat attached to it, so I can sit on it whenever. But I'll bring a blanket so I can lay it down, and I stretch my back a little bit by I ironically doing tummy time, and then I'm good for a while longer. Gotta push in my adult baby's soft head right under right against the hardwood floor. No, put the blanket down. Put a pillow down. Don't hurt yourself. Don't stick your finger in the electrical socket. I'm fully convinced that toddlers, babies from the toddler stage or to the toddler stage are actively trying to kill themselves. And it's literally the parents' responsibility to make sure that they don't. But there's got to be some wiring that is like that I must perish before my teenage years. No, don't smack your noggin on the hardwood floor. If you can keep your head up, put a pillow underneath it. No. You gotta take care of yourself. Curiosity and ignorance. Simple. Yeah, it is. It is learn and find out. That is the entirety of a baby's brain to the toddler stage, and that's also why babies like to put anything and everything in their mouth. 'Cause, you know, they got to figure out the taste and texture of it. I was chill as a kid, but a friend family has a young child, and that boy has a death wish. I know, Faze. Hello. There could be otherworldly means of the reasons why toddlers do the things that they do. Yeah, I'm using Go as a ambience or background ambience thing. So I'm using this one to where we can see the lovely rain on the windows in the background. I've already banged the back of my head where the spine goes into the brain, but it's fine. The brain? No. That's a really bad place to be hitting your head by accident. I was the kind of baby that just loved chewing on anything in my hands. Yeah, that's your little brain trying to figure out how textures work and substance. That was one was a severe accident and a wet floor. Ugh. I have actually given myself a goose egg on the back of my head, because you know those in some showers and bathrooms they have the soap dish like mounted into the wall. I have slipped in the bathtub and I have smacked the back of my... I'm surprised I didn't crack my head open, but I have smacked the back of my head on a soap dish before. And, you know, occasionally hitting my head on the top of things. That's due to, you know, like horrible depth perception. The other day, I actually hit my head on the top of a vehicle door frame. That was not that long ago. I have given myself a mild concussion a couple times too, but that was back when I was working in retail. I smacked my forehead really hard on a metal shelf. Thankfully, it was only a mild concussion and not, you know, a full-blown one. The worst thing that happened to me as a baby was falling down the stairs. Oh my god. But I fell on a really big houseplant and broke my fall. Oh my god. I'm surprised you didn't break something. My most memorable hit smack was falling backwards while learning to ice skate made an audible noise in the rink. Oh, that sounds awful. That sounds so painful. Yeah, when I smacked my forehead on the metal shelf, I was kind of loopy for a few days, and I did go to the ER at the time, and the thing that they told me was, just don't hit my head again, in the next couple weeks, and I'll be okay. And then my coworkers kept making jokes of that they're going to put my head in a helmet. They were going to treat me like I was very, very delicate. And I had to make sure that I was just like conscious of my head the whole time. But I have really bad depth perception issues. And it happens in video games, in my everyday life, that I either think I'm farther or closer than I should be. And it's really difficult trying to make sure not to hit your head on something again for 2 weeks. You got to be super conscious of your surroundings. It would keep me safe. Second worst was me spinning on a bike rack and slamming my forehead right into the bar with momentum. Ah! I bet that left like a permanent like indent in your forehead. Girl, chameleons can see better than me. No, that's very true. My visual everything is just messed up. Just a welt? That's lucky. Oh my god. Ugh. Friend says I have DIY-tism. No, that's just brain. No, that's just a different form of brain damage. Oh my god. That's a horrible way of saying that. Oh my god. I don't think that's not how that works. That's awful. That's an awful sentence. Oh, I'm running out of coffee. Dang it. I love dinosaurs. I can tell you a deep knowledge on WoW lore. There are signs. Hey, you probably had that before you DIY'd your smack on your forehead. You probably had it even before you thought you had it. Currently, all my friends, or like a majority of my friends, are playing Ark. And I do not have the disk space for it. It requires, because they have mods in the server, and it's like 200 gigabytes in total for the game and the mods. I don't even have that. And I have no games that I could potentially want to uninstall to be able to play it. Ark does need to learn how to optimize. It's 170 something gigabytes for the game. And then however many more that you have to have as a like a buffer to be able to play it. Yeah, marine biology and dragons. I used to remember a lot more about Egyptology back in the day. There's still a lot of fascinating things about Egyptology and mummies. I remember very, very small things, but they're also really funnily significant. And I think I've talked about some of them before. A random fact. Did you know that the reason why a lot of mummies didn't get properly discovered back in the day because they ground them up to use as medicine. Did you know that they also used to burn mummies for fuel? And various other things. There was a short that floated past my screen that inferred that T-Rexes and the like would not actually roar. Yeah, the closest is gator noises. It's really like a more of a guttural noise than it is like a roar like you hear in Jurassic Park. You knew that? Yeah, it's awful. Hi, Wisp. Yeah, there is a paint called Mummy Brown, and it was made with ground up mummies. So not only did they make it for paint, they made medicine out of it. People basically ate the mummies and then also utilized them for fuel. That's why there's so many mummies that have gone missing, and you haven't been able to find, you know, their proper tombs for actual archaeological digs. Because stupid people and grave robbers kind of mess that up for scientific purposes. Mama told me about it. I freaked. I love that we have been learning more so about dinosaurs lately. They have actually found dinosaur skin that they were able to extract pigment from. So there has been more information about how actual dinosaurs looked skin-wise and color. Is really neat. Oh, it's, yeah, the mummy thing is totally cannibalism, but you know, that's not at the forefront of their brain of why they think cannibalism would be bad. Because there's a lot of tribes that probably still to this day do forms of cannibalism. Did you see the intact woolly mammoth baby? I did, and I think there was also a torso portion of a dire wolf. No, there was. It was either a wolf or like a saber-toothed tiger kit or something. I remember seeing that. I think they're actually actively trying to bring back a woolly mammoth after they found the fully intact baby. It also looks more like a powder, so you don't think of it as cannibalism. Yeah. But, I mean, people back in the day did bloodletting for medical purposes. And ate... which is kind of TMI, so mute for a few seconds if you don't want to hear this. People used to purposely take tapeworm eggs as medication. That was I don't remember exactly what the form of medical bit was for, but they did do that back in the day. Jars for leeches and amongst other things, and then you know the typical. I don't think it was specifically for dieting. I think it was for something else. But I think dieting was one of the bits there. It would make them pale and lose weight. It was a fashion trend. Maybe it was due to the flapper, also the flapper age, where people would being sickly and anorexic was a sign of beauty back then. Yeah, the leech treatments. Yeah, I don't remember what dinosaur it was that they found the pigment in. I don't remember reading what specific dinosaur it was. Yeah, you do still do the leech treatment, but it's for actual, like, very specific reasons rather than it being a be-all, end-all treatment. of bloodletting. It was Enomontosaurus. They found a preserved skin sample where it's the pattern. Yes, yeah. It's really neat. It's like when the day when they figured out that that there was feathers on certain dinosaurs too. It's so cool finding out more and more things about ancient time frames. The more technology advances, the better understanding we have of carbon dating and figuring out how old something actually is. I think there has actually been instances where something is actually a lot older than what it was. Need foods, get foods, feed yourself well. And then there's also the fact that some dinosaurs that they thought that they put together, I think one of them happened to have been what is known to be like a T-Rex skeleton, but it was actually mixture of bones of different types of said dinosaurs, like a different version than a regular T-Rex. So there's still a lot of information that we don't fully understand of what is a certain dinosaur species that could actually be a new species because they accidentally put the bones together wrong. And also, things are a lot bigger than they appear because there's usually like cushioning and stuff between the vertebrae and the bones. So T-Rexes are actually a lot bigger than you think that they are. Just so many fascinating things that science has figured out. Speaking of dinosaurs, I remember having a dream someone tried to pull a Jurassic Park trying to bring back dinosaurs. And I rolled up a newspaper and kept hitting like, no, bad scientist. I mean, they're kind of trying to do that. Like with the woolly mammoth. I think there has been success with some older extinct animals that they've brought back, but they're not like, you know, dinosaur time frame dinosaurs or anything like that. I think there has been some birds and other mammals that they have brought back from actual extinction. Who will come first? AI takeover or dinosaur revivals? I think AI is already pretty rampant right now. That I don't think it's going to be dinosaurs. If only I used the chancla. You gotta put them into their place that we can't have a real life Jurassic Park. Yeah, there is a possibility, a high possibility that the AI bubble is going to pop. So I think that there's still going to be a lot of generative AI things that are still going to be apparent. But there is AI in a lot of things, and I think the only AI that I really like is the ones that are being used in the medical field. Still that they use a lot of energy for it, but if it's detecting cancer early, I don't mind it as much. Because if it can detect somebody's breast cancer before it fully turns into something that's going to start harming the body, then I'm all for that. I wish that there was other ways that we could produce proper energy for it. But I'm glad that it's at least being used for something that's going to improve somebody's life. Like, generative AI is not something that can really improve your life. It's more dumbing it down, I think. Your mom had breast cancer and kicked its ass? I'm very proud of your mother and her immune system. I'm so happy for that. they don't nearly use as much energy as all the people using chat AIs. I'm happy for that as well. That's good. She is a tough cookie. Oh my god, my tummy hurts. It's gonna be the new year. At least let me have a good day. I need to have a good day. What's today's date? The 27th? Currently? Oh, God, mid next week. We're going into the new year. Oh my God. Remember that one innocent guy that got arrested for the casino? No, I do not. Oh. I'm going to take a look at my phone real quick. Was anybody else texting me? Nope. Card. You know, it's actually kind of impressive, even though it is cheating, card counting. How do you figure out where to start with that even? But isn't it kind of silly to have somebody frowned upon for cheating in a place that already probably has rigged setups? You could play Balatro on stream. I unfortunately don't have Balatro. It's the closest thing that I have to Balatro right now is the DLC content or the collaboration in Vampire Survivors. It's identified it as a trespasser, I think, even though the age eye color did not match. Ah. So card counting is not cheating at all. You're not interfering with the game nor gaining any information that's not publicly available. It's just discouraged because it's the only way to win. It's already such low odds to win in terms of gambling, poker, blackjack, things like that, that that's more like a tactic for the game. Because I know from what I've heard that if you start winning a little too much, it's like, I gotta escort you out. You can't be winning this much. What's your Steam? I got you. No, it's okay. No, it's good. I gotta start looking at some games to purchase on Steam before the sale is up. I know I want to get the other Somnium Files game so we can play that, because I really miss and kind of regret not playing it when it came out. So we're gonna be getting that, and I think I have another game in there. Yeah, I'll have to look at what else is on sale. The Somnium Files is a really, really silly detective game, but also has some very fun twists and turns to the gameplay, which is really fun. You have a character called Kaname Date. He's the main character that you're playing. Can I pull it up? Let me get a picture of it. Hold on. The Somnium Files. For some reason, it has me have the triple pack, even though I own the two other games. That Nirvana Initiative. Where is the... Is that the most recent one? No. No Sleep for Kaname Date was the next one. Nope. Don't play that. I gotta get a picture. Yeah, we played the first and second one, but have not played the third one yet. Hi, the Somnium Files. Give me a decent sized picture, if you will. I could do an out of context picture. Oh no. That's a good one. No, you know what? Actually, just save the... What? God dang it. Hold on. With that. Save image. Pictures. Save. Image. Grandma stream today. Pictures. There. That's probably a big picture. Aye, the Somnium Files. The character that's in black and purple is the main character. His name was Kaname Date, and he is a very interesting very interesting detective character. And then you have Aiba, which is the girl that has the white hair with the red eyes and red streaks in it. She is also that eyeball thing with the yellow eyes. She's the little see-through hamster. And then all of these other characters are absolutely hilarious and also annoying. I love and hate some of them. Hi, Jack. Hello, hello. Yeah, Elder Peach stream. With the power of the magazines, he is able to do great things. And I think the third game is No Sleep for Kaname Date is probably one of the most hilarious ones out of the three. I don't think it's as serious as the first two games. But that currently has a bit of a percentage off on the Steam sale. That's going on until... When does this one end? Yeah, January 5th. So I have some time to think about which ones I want to buy. I don't know if it's true, but people have been saying that in Wonder Trade, because of the ZA DLC, people give shinies like hotcakes. Yeah, because they're utilizing the donuts to get alpha shinies. Yeah, YouTube has changed quite a bit. I don't know why that they're showing just usernames now. I don't know for what reason that they changed it. That's another thing I need to purchase. I need to get the DLC for Pokemon. So I think I'll wait until after I finish the initial storyline of the game, because I think we're getting close to the end. We, I think, have one or two more Zia Royale battles. I think we left off with needing to find our next promotional match guy, and we had to go talk to what's her face at the bureau, the Lurkers Bureau, the what's something bureau. Buy Pal World. My friend bought me Pal World. I do have it. I haven't played it in a little bit, but I do have it. Probably better for being able to time out or ban people. Maybe, but you can do, if somebody's in the chat, you can put their name down, and there is ways to put the name down inside of YouTube Studio settings. So I don't see the reason why it needs to be changed, other than somebody changing things that are not broken for the justification of just, you know, doing their job. I don't know. Changing it for the sake of changing, even though it does nothing. Jack is trying to bait you into enslaving humans in Pal World. I have not thrown any Pal spheres at humans when I played Pal World. I think the thing that I want YouTube to fix the most is their buffering issues. They are very helpful anyway. They aren't. Short of the what merchants? What's the difference? Oh, is it that if you capture the merchants that you can just buy from them all the time? Yeah, you can throw pal spheres at the humans and capture them just like the pals. YouTube is pulling a Bethesda again. I don't know if they've changed. They had changed things kind of recently. They changed the slightly the layout of YouTube Studio, and they've changed some things for the actual layout of YouTube in general. Yeah, there's certain pals that are mounts, though I don't think that they're like really. I don't think all of them that you can have as a mount. We updated our app. Pray we don't update it further. And this is also why I haven't updated OBS in a while. Though I think I probably should, because it's been a couple of updates since. They probably have fixed a lot of things. I think you can also utilize some of the pals as mount, or not mounts, what's it, gliders too? Oh my god, my eyes are dry. You can, but they remove the pals being visible thanks to Nintendo. Aww. For now. Are they still trying to do the patent for the Pokeballs, the catching system? I've been ignoring OBS way before. I update it occasionally because I forget to actually update it when I'm not streaming, and I don't want to update it right before a stream. Because I don't want something to break right before a stream, and then half of my stream is, you know, trying to fix OBS. So I think another thing that I need to do is I need to export my layout and profile of OBS for my streaming layout. Your OBS is like a skinny homeless man begging for food? No, OBS is well fed. It just doesn't have updates. You still use pal spheres to capture things, but they just emerge from you instead of tossing their pal spheres. That's one way to get around it. You can argue that you're birthing the pal. Sure, don't say sure. It's still working, isn't it? We can't have a full stream of technical difficulties. That'd be more annoying than it's worth. I'm not an OBS bully. OBS bullies me. Yeah, that is an image. That is the thought process of birthing the pals. Though with certain pals that they've put in Pal World, you could technically, if they went that route, you could technically do that. Japan stopped them for that patent, but Nintendo can always try pushing it again. I know that Japan stopped it, but wasn't there another one that actually went through and then Japan said no, no, no? Impregnable defenses. Yeah, it's not just farming. I think the next farming oriented game that I'm excited for is Pocopia. Oh, listen to this. You know how one of the Fae came in the other day when I was doing the Lego stream on Christmas, that they, slipped $100 to me while I was streaming from the Elder phase. They also apparently got money from the Elder phase currency. And you know how I was telling you guys that I was gonna go halvesies with this Fae to get a Switch 2? They told me to keep the money that I got from the Elder Fae and then told me, or specifically saying, keep your dirty Switch money, because I was going to use some of the Elder Fae money to put towards it. They told me to keep my dirty Switch money and happy birthday. And that they've already ordered it. And I have no say after the fact. Because the money that the source of the money from the Elder Phase, I'm not very liked Elder Fae, but they were calling it a dirty Switch money. So said dirty Switch money is gonna go to buying games for said Switch too. Do not go after that Switch 2, Peach. Save it for something else. Yeah, they ordered me a Switch 2. They bought it with discounts. It's already ordered. I have no say. It's already done. Then it just means I get to play Pocopia. I get to play at some point when the other Fire Emblem game comes out. I'm excited. One of those is out of my hands moments. Yeah, they already decided that it was done and dusted. Though I still will be sharing said Switch with them because they have a couple of games that they want to play too. They want to play the Hyrule Warriors game. Hyrule Warriors and a couple other things. What's the first game that you'll play on the Switch? Maybe Kirby Air Riders? Maybe. I'm excited for Fire Emblem. But I think that's very far down the road. And also the Duskbloods, the Bloodborne successor. That doesn't have a date other than 2026. And that's also a game that I want to play. Scalpers lost this year, especially for Pokemon cards. Yeah, was it not as bad for Scalpers for the Switch 2 this time around? You'll buy this? You have a good... Yes, get it. Hi, Vito. Hello. I want to play Pocopia. I want to play I want to play the Duskbloods. I want to play Kirby Air Rider. If you play Kirby Air Riders, if it's too fast for you, there is settings that you can slow it down. Ooh, okay. I think I'll have to see gameplay of Kirby Air Riders before I decide to actually get it, even though I really do want it. Because I did play Kirby Air Riders on the GameCube back in the day, but my depth perception and nausea with motion sickness is so much worse. And the fact that my beloved game of Yoshi's Story gave me motion sickness when I replayed it on stream with you guys. So I have to be careful about some of the games that I purchase. The only Switch 2 game I have is Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Yeah, that's what one of the Fae wants to play. And I think Sai wants to play that as well, since they love they loved the first Hyrule Warriors so much. Though I don't think that there is many specifically exclusive Switch 2 games. But I'm trying to think of, I hope that a decent amount of things are backwards compatible. I still plan to my Switch currently, I'm never getting rid of that. Not until it croaks. But I wonder how many games are backwards compatible without having to, have an update to play it. Chile is in Kirby Air Riders? At least they have our hamster. What, Ricky? Hi. Metroid Prime 4 isn't Switch 2 exclusive. No, it has an update for Switch 2. But that's also another game that I'm sort of interested in. But I think that before I ever decide to get the new Metroid game is maybe that we can, because I have my Wii set back up. We can probably in this year play a lot of GameCube games. Because I want to play Twilight Princess. I want to play Twilight Princess on stream. That's the other thing. I'm really excited that they have all the other GameCube games on the Switch 2 as well. Most of the games I already have, so I don't really need some of the ones that they have on there. Because I have Wind Waker, but I guess it might be Wind Waker HD that's on the GameCube emulator for the Switch 2. I'll just emulate if one of these games you'll have mentioned once I get my late present. You looked up your Wii U for the holidays? I kind of skipped a few generations when it came to Nintendo consoles, because I have the Wii. I never had a Wii U. I did have not even like the first DS. I had one of the DS's. It was a small white one, and then graduated to the 3DS at one point. And then, like the Switch that I didn't even get out or get the first time. I actually had one of the Phase Switches for the longest time, and we were all sort of playing it, and then at some point I got my own. Yeah, the Fudge the Sky Temple in Twilight Princess. I don't even mind the Water Temple in Twilight Princess. It's not as bad. I'm going to play everything as a crab with you in the background. It's a in-play test, by the way, so it's free. Everything is crab? I'll have to look at that. Is it on the Steam store? Everything. Oh, there it is. Everything is crab. Oh, don't play the music. Oh, it's a cute little pixel game. Oh, is it like... Action roll. Oh, it's like Vampire Survivors. Ooh. That looks fun. Crab. Crab, steam crab. I think I stopped in Wind Waker getting the tingle charts. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of pieces to the Triforce to find. I do have Wind Waker. I do have Twilight Princess. But I have like the old form of Wind Waker. And then I have the ends. No, crab. No, don't grab one brain cell and just call crab. The brain cell has been intercepted. Crab. It's like remembering that, what was it? That one video that I saw that somebody dubbed over it. I think it was a bunch of crabs. It was like hand, finger, food. I want to play Twilight Princess. I have it for the Wii, but I want to play the GameCube version or the Wii U version. Oh, yeah, because the Wii version is flipped. I think the GameCube version is right-handed, while the Wii version is left-handed. So the game is flipped for that one. Because I didn't know that feeding that fish was just as important to update your map in Wind Waker. Yeah, yep. It's reverse? Oh, okay. So it's left-handed in GameCube and right-handed in Wii? Because you're actually using the Wiimote in that game. I think it's canon that Link is left-handed. It's been a while since I played a Legend of Zelda game. The only thing that I can't play is I would have to buy the HD version because my Wiimote is a bootleg Wiimote. Because my original ones had battery acid leakage in it, so they didn't work anymore. I have a bootleg Wiimote that the sensor inside the Wiimote is messed up. So I can't play Skyward Sword. But I do have it. Yeah, most people are. I am also left-handed. Happy Sunday. I am also a left-handed person in a right-handed world. This is how I've become ambidextrous. You kind of have to be as a left-handed person. Remember buying the cookbook for Zelda to make that pumpkin soup, but it's expensive to make? Yes. The delicious pumpkin soup. I'm No, I'm not crab-handed. I have left-handed but right-handed tendencies. Because you have to be. As most tools are made for people who are right-handed. So you got to be careful and or buy the slightly more expensive version of the left-handed item. All left hands are welcome in the snail cult. In the snail cult. But snails have no hands. Elf-handed. It would be elf-handed. Left-handed. Elf-handed. Close enough. Just add a T. We will not be eating tables. We eat normal people food. Lettuce. Amongst other things. An average crab is unironically healthier than you. Yeah. Yeah. Crabs are, well, actually, is it crabs or is it lobsters? Or is it kind of most crustaceans that are actually, like, technically immortal? Did I see the rumors for Pokemon Gen... There is already rumors for Gen 10? I have not seen anything about Gen 10 yet. I do not eat sawdust and gravel. I eat normal foods. You've seen all my pictures. I still actually technically have cake on my table right now. The Fae brought back from the Elder Fae's humble abode cinnamon cake. It's probably kind of dry right now, though. No, it's so tasty. Oh, okay. I'll get some later. Thank you, though. Mama Faye came in and said, I got food. Do you want some? I'll have some later. Normal food like leaves and olive face pizza croissant. No. Oh. How'd you get in? Hi, baby boy. Mama Faye opened the door and I guess he shuffled his way in. Baby man. My big giant baby boy is in the room. Mama Faye would make a good crab dish. I'll have to tell her that you said that she's pretty. She opened the door and then did like the eating motion. And then I was like, huh? And she's like, I have food downstairs. Do you want some? Do you want me to bring you up a bowl? Like, not yet. I'll eat a little bit later. Are you gonna want freedom, sir? Hold on, he's at the door. Give me 1 second. I'm going to... Oh, this is probably gonna look a little weird. Give me 1 second. I'm going to free the boy. Whee! My mother is not a crab. Mama Faye model. No. No, no, no. Ugh. I have traded cats. My other cat is now with me. Baby girl is in the room, but she went underneath the bed. Crab mom snail offspring. What do you mean? Mother is not a crab. Mother is not a crab. Wee. How dare you call my mother a crab? Mom is snail, dad is crab. Papa Faye is not a crab. Oh my goodness. Want to know who decides the time frame for Pokemon games? It usually wasn't it like every year a Pokemon game came out or every 2 years? What was the meme of people sliding from the side in their socks and some girl fell hard? I think it was I think it was supposed to be a song that they were sliding into. Crustacean would improve your health and your genetic survivability. No, I think both the genetics on Mama Faye's side and Papa Faye's side is not great. Peach's bed has nothing but action figures and comic books. No, it's actually I don't have anything specifically underneath my bed storage wise, but Emily has decided that this is where she wants to put most of her toys. And she will still like little microfiber or washcloths and put it underneath the bed. So I probably have to unearth those at some point. But lately she's been stealing socks. She's been yoinking socks and bringing them into various rooms. No, you are wrong. There's no comic books. It's just cat toys and Emily. What else did I get for Christmas? I got some skincare. I got the hand cream that I showed you guys. Various sweaters, and there was also 2 different scarves that I got too. I did get because I was running out of space in my Switch, though I think that I might save this for the Switch 2 now, but Mama Faye got me a SD card for the Switch. So I'm probably maybe saving that for the Switch 2. Baby girl. Hi. She's licking her toes. What else did I get? I got chocolate, which I still have chocolate from before, so I have more chocolate. They use different SD cards? Well, I'm going to have to look that up now. Well, this is a specifically does say Nintendo Switch on it. It has a Pikachu on it. It's a 256 gigabyte SD card. I need to figure out if we have a SD card reader so I can transfer from the old to the new. But now I'm gonna have to look up to see if there's a SD card for that. I know the Switch 2 says it's what, 200 is also 256 gigabytes of internal memory. But I think it's like 230 that are actually available to utilize. My brother gave me a Blue Jays hat for Christmas and adding salt to injury to me and my wife. Aw. Goodness. What else did I get? I got the TheraBands, but that wasn't technically a Christmas present, but it came, it did come same day. One of the Fae got me, what's it? The first volume of Spy Family manga? And then there was various other skincare related things too. What are you doing? Baby girl. I also have these cashmere or like a portion cashmere arm warmers to keep my hands warm. They're very soft. I checked you need SD Express cards for the Switch too. This one's micro SDXC card. What's the difference? Compatibility with Nintendo Switch OLED models, and Nintendo Switch Lite. So would this technically not work for 4K Ultra? So SD Express. Where does it say SD Express? Is this another way for them to make money that have very specific SD cards? Well, I'll do some Googling to double check so I don't mess anything up. EX it would? So it says micro SD XC card for Nintendo Switch. I would assume that it would work. Well, we'll double check that. He keeps bringing it up and I have to keep holding Pam back from choking my brother because he's a butthole. Maybe you should just let her. Maybe you should just let her do it. I don't think she would technically kill him. They are a nurse after all. I don't think that they would go that far. Baby girl, why don't you come here? Why don't you come here instead of staring at the wall? She is laying close to the door like she wants to be let back out, but I don't know if she actually wants out or if she wants me to follow her out. Emily. Baby girl. She's ignoring me. Canadian rage is built different. Search up the Switch 2 Direct and it tells you there? Let's see. If I type in, does Nintendo Switch 1 SD cards work on Switch 2? No, a standard micro SD card from a Switch 1 won't work for the games on Switch 2. The Switch 2 requires newer, faster micro SD EX cards for games and apps. Though you can use the old card in the Switch 2 to transfer screenshots of videos, you'll need to buy it. Hold on, let me... Then if I go to... Let's just say let's utilize Amazon. Nintendo Switch 2 SD card. Why do they have to have such specific things? So I could possibly... So micro SDEX. It doesn't have to necessarily... Unless it's cheaper. It doesn't have to necessarily be Nintendo oriented. Micro SDEX. Micro SD Express. I'm going to move chat box over so I can have both of these up. It wouldn't surprise me if scalpers snatched those specific SD cards. That's a different level of buttholery. Try eBay because Amazon makes it more expensive than it should be. Probably. I'm just utilizing it right now as a because I'll probably get it in the store would probably be better. Is then discounts? Let's see. I love how it's a Samsung one, but it does say for Nintendo Switch 2. 256 additional gigabytes. Why is it $185 for a 1 terabyte? Ugh. Ugh. That's so expensive. Micro SD Express 120. No. Looking for the hefty bits because I'm pretty sure that the storage is going to be very specific. So then probably the actual one that I saw that was the SD Express. So if I type back in micro SD card for the Switch, because this one's 256 gigabytes for $59 for the Switch 2. Yeah, terabyte is a whole computer. I have 1 terabyte and on my computer, and then I have a 1 terabyte external hard drive. I still need to really, I'm so afraid to take out components. I really need to take out the same SD card from my older computer and put it in this one. But I don't want to have to remove the graphics card. Is this also 256 Samsung micro SD Express for $32.99. 256. Also works for the Switch 2. Remember when the Switch 2 released, scalpers were buying the SD Express cards, but now they stopped since Nintendo prepared and isn't the same situation like the PS5? Why do scalpers have to be the way that they are? Maybe it's the SanDisk that's just super expensive. Okay, we'll have to keep this one in mind. No, actually the 512 gigabyte is also very, very expensive. Not me nearly running out of space with 2.5. Yeah, that's me right now. But I just have the 1 terabyte. And then all of my streaming oriented things go onto the external hard drive, and any art related things go onto the external hard drive because I've learned my lesson one too many times. Let me see. How many gigabytes do I have available? I think it's actually pretty generous at the moment because I have some things that are not currently installed. I have 164 gigabytes free of 917. Ooh, I also gonna need to clean up my external hard drive because it's 192 gigabytes free of 931. Oh, all the clips that I never did anything with. Look at, yeah, my gap. Oh, that's true. I should also go through the photos that I have in the album on my Switch as well. Because I take so many screenshots for thumbnails that I probably need to clean that up as well. I need to dedicate like once every two weeks. I need to just dedicate a day of doing nothing but editing clips. They're not going to be great, but they'll get me somewhere. Also, in the new year, I want to do a couple of testing streams of the vertical shorts streaming and see how that works, because supposedly it does an automatic cropping for the shorts resolution, and I need to figure out exactly how that works. Use a photo screenshot like a shotgun. I have to, because sometimes I don't take pictures properly, and I'll end up with some wonky looking thumbnails. I feel like any grandma hours is made for vertical. Yeah, that would work better, because I don't know if I can properly show me and the game when doing an automatic virtual or vertical stream. I would have to look. I made the mistake of waiting to upgrade my PC in 2026 instead of 2025. Yeah. It's the same concept of like, I should have bought a house when I was a baby. So RAM is so expensive. I don't even want to look at the NZXT website that I've gotten my previous 2 computers from. The Dipling glasses. I probably still have screenshots from when I played Sword and Shield and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and whatever else. I made the mistake of keep pushing it for years. I don't feel like it's your fault, really. It's nobody's fault, because, you know, money income is not great with how expensive things are right now, that it was inevitable that people are going to put off buying things. Yeah, the forced Windows 11 as well, because Windows 10 obviously can't go on anymore. Somehow. Though I think some people have found a way to still have like a secure, in terms of security, Windows 10. But that people are also being forced to buy new computers because Windows 10 is obsolete and Windows 11 doesn't work with everybody's current PC setup, which is a very stinky move. I'm not touching that OS with a 10-foot pole. I have Windows 11 and I haven't had too many issues with it, to my knowledge. Like me with Clip Studio. I update my Clip Studios. I recently updated it to 4.0. Does anyone have any good guesses on what AI will ruin this year? That way I can get ahead of it and buy whatever it is now. I have absolutely no clue. Baby. Hi, lady. I couldn't tell you everything. That's probably true. AI will steal me? God, I hope not. I know that there's a couple other places that are starting to make RAM again. I think Asus is gonna be making RAM in 2026. I don't know if that's gonna affect prices, but I heard that phones are getting worse and or more expensive because similar RAM issues. It's either that or they have to choose some of the not as great components. So I'm actually hoping that prices would go down, but I'm guessing that it would probably go up as well. I forced Pam to make her use Windows 11. She hates it. I'm so sorry. When you get forced into a new OS and have to know, you have to learn an entirely new layout. I've lost my hope of any prices going down. Me too. I'm hoping that it'll regulate at some point. I still think it's probably going to be more expensive than it ever has been, but maybe it will balance out a little bit. Surely, if AI messes with something, it might mess with something else. So the prices might regulate, possibly. So I think most electronic items are probably going to be more expensive due to X, Y, and Z components. Yay, crab. She went from a speed typing demon to where is this and what does this do? Yeah. Yeah, I feel that way every time I get new technology. I'm still pretty sure that every phone that I've owned, every smartphone, I still, even after going into another smartphone, I probably still don't know the ins and outs of it. We still can't figure out how to send a scheduled text message on Mama Faye's iPhone. So a lot of the time she'll ask me, is like, can you send a scheduled text message for this time for another one of the Faye so we can have them bring home something or do something in the morning? I still can't figure it out. I can't wait to switch to Android. iPhone has always giving me annoying problems. I don't like the layout of iPhones. They have taken away buttons that were, you know, necessary to make things easier, in my opinion. And some people have to make literal, like, on-screen key bindings to fake having the button. The only pieces of software that turns me into an old man is Discord. Discord can have issues for no reason, and it's not something you can even fix. Because a lot of the times, I can't tell you how many times I've uninstalled and reinstalled Discord because it malfunctioned in such a way that no amount of setting finagling could fix it. I don't understand iOS. I never liked it. My first device was an iPod 6th generation, I think, and then bought an iPhone and still don't like iOS. It's a to each their own kind of thing. If you've stuck with one interface for the longest time, that's definitely going to be more comfortable for you. Though I think in general, tech is not like universally easy to use. They have to make it complicated in every sense of the word. There is nothing about technology that's easy. Take, for instance, that I bought a game off of Steam called Darkstone, and it is a very, very old ported game from a very old CD game that came out just a little bit after the first Diablo game. And it wasn't until recently, because there was no like proper information other than, you know, downloading a application that was hacked by somebody else to have the proper resolutions and everything. It wasn't until recently that I found a setting within the actual application file, the .exe, that I could just fix and change so it doesn't have the default resolution, that I could actually play the game. And I bought that back in 2017 and never got to play it. So, unless you work like you do, Wisp, unless you work in that environment and you are constantly dealing with technology, it's not user friendly, really. Not at all. Yeah, it's a really, really old game. I think because Diablo came first, and it was a few years after Diablo came out that game came out, which I think was like 1990 something. 19? Might have been a little bit earlier. No, I think it was 1990 something. It's an old CD game. I bought my mom a $300 foot spa massager for Christmas, and she hasn't opened it yet, trying to make me do it for her and trying to be slick. All you have to do is put water in it and push the button. So it's not like one of those really, really complicated ones with, oh, I can set the temperature specifically to this temp. Water in, push button. But it's $300? I feel like there should be more bells and whistles on that. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hi. For $300, a foot spa should massage your feet for you. Like, it should actually massage your feet. Speaking of old games, have you ever played the Gabriel Knight franchise? I don't think that I have. Gabriel Knight. Let me look that up. To Google. Gabriel Knight. Ooh, maybe? I don't know if I've specifically seen this, but I've seen something that looks similar to it. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? It's on Steam. Probably a very funky ported version. It's on sale for $4.99. Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. Is there a whole... Oh, actually, the reviews on it are positive, so it's probably still a decent game. Oh, my eye's itchy. Oh, my goodness. Am I shedding eyelashes? Yep, I am. Point and click adventure. If it's similar to Golden Axe, she's banned from playing it. No, this looks like a detective game. Point and click adventure mystery classic. It says more like this. Silent Hill 2. The Seance of Blake Manor. Ew. Well, let me open this up on actual Steam. So I can put it in the wish list and keep an eye on it. Gabriel Knight. Oh, there's a couple of different games. They're all on sale. Yeah, 20th. There's a Sins of the Father's 20th anniversary edition. Where is... The Beast Within, a Gabriel Knight mystery. Sins of the... Oh, there's a demo of the Sins of the Fathers? Came out in 2014. Gabriel Knight 3, Blood of the Sacred, Blood of the Damned. You know what? That sounds really interesting. 2016 for some of these other ones. Let's put this one. The Beast Within. Let's add that to the wish list. It's in an Activision bundle. What the heck? The Peach Within. If you want an older game for horror night, I recommend I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It's really spooky and $3 could be a bit old-fashioned with a representation of trauma. Oh. Ooh. Nope, pause that. Oh, it has a similar vibe. Let's add that to the wish list. Oh yeah, it's $2.99 right now. That's gonna be my my chore for tomorrow is to look at all of the Steam sales right now. That looks cool. Very very old, so 1995. You can play the vintage math games. Wait, do they? Hold on. I wonder. Oh no, you would never you would never have those on there. It'd be funny if they had Math Blaster and things like that on Steam. Activision bought out Blizzard at some point. Yeah. The whole plot is the AI robot is keeping these 5 people alive and tearing about what makes them themselves. Although you may need a trigger warning for the woman's storyline. Ugh. That sounds really interesting, though. I'll have that in my wish list so I can look at it later properly. Oh my god, one of the pictures, there's eyeballs on the table. Oh. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. I'll have to read up on it. Deep Rock Galactic. Oh, I have Deep Rock. I just don't think that I have a lot of the DLCs for Deep Rock, and I think that they're coming out with a new game soon too. I'm excited for that. How many hours do I have in Deep Rock? Deep Rock Galactic. I have 94 hours in Deep Rock Galactic. Though I have friends that have upwards of hundreds of hours in Deep Rock. Yeah, Deep Rock has their Vampire Survivor clone. I do remember that. You have 219. That's a lot of hours. Also, where... Yeah, the game list is getting longer. I'm going to need to start going back into the files that I had when I was originally like keeping up with the games that I have and haven't played. I need to do another Excel sheet of it. Also, to answer your question, Grima, because I saw it briefly, I had this morning for breakfast, we have this pre-made or pre-shredded like rotisserie chicken that has spices in it already, but I don't remember what the combination of spices is. But I had it with some barley and vegetable soup. And I also, for some extra sustenance to it, or substance to it, I also had some rice with it. Very, very tasty. What is it, Wiz? What happened? What? That's nowhere near your most played game. I think my most played game is probably Stardew Valley, I think, because there's like 500 something hours in it. Well, let me actually go to my profile. Let's take a look-see. Just realized my typo whoops English isn't my first language. No worries. English might be my main language, but I still typo. I still have grammar structure issues, and my speaking of English is not the great. It's not the great. See, that's what I mean. It's not the greatest. So no worries. No worries at all. Let's see. What is my most played game on Steam by hours? Oh, what? You know what actually is Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley has 441 hours. Night Rain has 304. Wow. Stardew Valley is a very peaceful game, and I think they're getting a new update soon. So there's going to be a new farm type. I have 295 hours in Elden Ring. 269 hours in Terraria. 218 hours in Risk of Rain 2. I have 156 hours in Vampire Survivors? Oh, wow. I'm trying to tell you, but YouTube won't let me. What the fudge, WooTube? YouTube, why? You have 1,600 hours in RimWorld? Wow. I will never ever check my hours played on Steam. It's probably bad, isn't it? I said WooTube. YouTube, being a butthole as usual. You have over 5 games with 1,000+ hours. That's dedication. I think my most played games was Space Empires 4. Ooh. It's on Amazon? What's on Amazon? Oh, Math Blaster's on Amazon? Oh my goodness. Is it like that you can purchase it off of Amazon? Like the really old CDs for it? I thought I spent more time in Killing Floor 2. I have more hours than regular Killing Floor. Phasmophobia has 118 hours. Back for Blood has 125. Most played games are story games. That makes sense. When you play story games, you have to replay them, especially if it has different arcs and different storylines that you can go through. How much is SMT5? Did I have... No, I had Shin Megami Tensei on the Switch, I believe, so I don't have it on Steam. I would have to look at the hours played on this the Switch. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14. That's a lot of my friends' highest played game is Final Fantasy Arc Survival Evolved, and the what's the other one? There's 2 different Arc games. Ironically, it's not even that, they just take forever for me to finish because of how many characters are in them. That's true. That's very true. I can only imagine how many hours that I've put into some Fire Emblem games. Some of these I'm actually surprised that I thought that I would have more hours in them. Both Ghost Trick and 13 Sentinels are on sale in the eShop. Ugh, I gotta look at that again. Oh no. Has 16 characters who never shut up. If you play Otome games as well, they have so many different routes and secrets that you can dump hours into them. Oh, I have 59 hours in Silent Hill F. I put so much time into that. Though I'm very satisfied that we had to put that much time into getting through all the different stories. The I Spy games for the 2000s? Yeah. I Spy, the Carmen San Diego games. There's also a bunch of, what's it called? The other children's games from back in the day. There's like Pajama Sam. There's a Fox Spy. You know, like you also have like the Freddy Fish and stuff too. The whole thing that is needed to talk to every single character for you to finish. Yeah, gotta get all that dialogue. The thing is worse than the pawn in Dragon's Dogma 1. Pawns need to shut up. There always has to be some characters that just talk your ear off in older games. Yeah, Spyro had a lot of dialogue too. I need to figure out what older games that they have put up on Steam. It's kind of hard to remember the names of certain things. Because if I look up Freddy Fish right now, there's literally all the Freddy Fishes on here. No, don't do that. No, I remember the last times that I played a bunch of Putt-Putt and Freddy Fish games. Yeah, Putt-Putt was adorable. I played a couple of Putt-Putt games during a anniversary. No, stop trying to play the video. Goodness. Oh my god. Yeah, oh, they do have Pajama Sam. Oh yeah, Spy Fox. Spy Fox, Pajama Sam's on here too. Bunch of other Freddy Fish games. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize they had so many of these games on here. But I played Putt-Putt Goes to the Zoo, or Putt-Putt, Travels Through Time or whatever. I think it was the zoo one that had some music playing. And I think that one is slightly copyrighted. So some of the streams from back then either has limited visibility because some places can't view the videos. The time travel one is very fun. I think that the silliest one, Putt-Putt Goes to the Zoo I really liked, but Putt-Putt Goes to the Moon was very entertaining. Oh yeah, Spore. Spore is another good game. Did they have the original old Spore on here? They do. It is 75% off. Don't play the video. You could make some messed up things in Spore. Not exactly old, but Cooking Mama was always my favorite. That and Tomodachi Life. I love Tomodachi Life. That's the other game that I really want to play is the new Tomodachi Life that's coming out. Wait, when was that when was that coming out? What was the month that was coming out? Tomodachi Life. When's the date? Oh, it just says 2020. To give me a date, please. I need a date for Tomodachi Life. It probably is going to be very expensive. Most games now that I've seen for the Switch is like $69.99, basically $70 or $80. I want it to be February. Did they change the time frame? Cooking Mama was also very fun. I think there was a Wii version of Cooking Mama as well. Tomodachi Life, living the dream. I am so excited for it. Oh, it says Q2 2026. Which one is Q2 months? Oh my god. Why is it so heavy? Okay, speaking of what I was talking about earlier. The Fae just came in with the Switch 2 box. Oh my god, it's heavy. Oh my god. I wasn't thinking that I was going to be getting this for a while. Oh my god, they brought it home. No, I do have weak arms. Shut up. Don't talk about my noodle arms. Yeah, they just brought it to me. I think they did like an order pickup or something because it's in my hands right now. Who is the Fae? The Fae is my family. I talk about them in a general sense. There's Mama Fae, Papa Fae, and the other Fae. The Fae has bought me for my birthday a Switch 2, and it is currently in my arms. I get to set this up tomorrow. Oh my god. God, I don't know how I feel about this. Peach has become a mother. I am cradling it like a child right now. I would not want to have this get injured in any which way. Throw it like a graduation cap? No! No, I protect the Switch too. I thought the Fae was a cat name. I do have 2 cats. One of them is still currently in the room. Her name is Emily, and I have a black cat named Binks. Emily is my little tortie baby. If she had it her way, she would be living in my skin. My little baby boy, who is the biggest gremlin, he is a 13-pound cat. He is not fat. He is just large. He is a stout cat, and he is a complete gremlin. For some reason, anytime I have Japanese slang in my text, YouTube doesn't send it. I don't know what it is about YouTube and certain words, because I do have it on strict when it comes to comments, but I don't know what that does for the chat box in streams. But I shouldn't have any blocked words that mess with like normal everyday speech, but maybe I need to go back and mess with it. It's in English letters weirdly. What the fudge? Hold on, let's take a gander. I know I've looked at it before, but I don't think that there was anything that would mess with normal talking. There shouldn't be. Take that out. Maybe I can remove that. Remove that one. Because these are funky words that people are not going to say on a normal daily basis. Hi, Sai! And then I have, or URLs that are taken out. You just become a mother. You have to do a taste test on the Switch 2. No, I'm not doing a taste test on the Switch 2 cartridges. There you go. You got home from an 11-hour... I am so sorry. I hope you get to rest. 11-hour shift? Why? Yeah, that. You deserve a nap. You deserve a really big nap. Might be thinking of trying to send a link. Possibly? I don't know. YouTube is weird when it comes to things that it censors. Peach's Grammy, Switch 2 is baby. Does that mean Switch 2 is her parent? I don't know. I am holding it like a baby. It's I don't want to put it down because I feel like I'm gonna knock it off the desk because I'm just that coordinated. But I hope you get to rest, Sai. Do you have to go in again tomorrow? You have to go in early tomorrow? Eh, 5 a.m. I'm so sorry. Oh, no. I hope that you get enough rest in between. Don't forget to feed yourself. Have some dinner before you go to bed. Check in the box. No. I don't want to open it. It's too heavy. Because I'm not sitting up right now, and I don't really want to sit up right now. I'm cozy right now. I'll open it in a little bit and take a picture. But really, don't forget to eat before you go to sleep. Eat food. Wake up rejuvenated. I hope you get the big deep sleep. My shifts are in the afternoon until about 4, but 5 a.m. sounds awful. Sai works in retail, and they're kind of all over the place this time of year. So some shifts tend to be, especially if you're a reliable person like Sai is, they kind of, you know, want you there all the time. Yeah, we're so close. We're 9 away. 9 away from 1,000 subscribers. Oh my god. It's been a journey. We're almost there. So the incentive for 1,000 subscribers is that I am forcing myself to play Subnautica. And I have thalassophobia. So it's going to be a fun time for you guys. I usually start 5 to 7 a.m. and stay until 2 to 5. Yeah, you do. Luckily, I'm on rest for my company currently. I work in acting and theater and don't do shows over breaks. That's cool. Yeah, you'll be there with me. I hope you are. I also have crippling fragility. I'm sorry, I'm such a fragile person. Sounds like Sai is forcing you to play it. I believe it was a suggestion from Sai, and a few of you guys were talking about Subnautica. So it's a fun incentive. It's gonna have like a 1 long stream. It'll be hilarious, I'm sure. Hi, Virgil. Super fun until I forget dance shoes on rehearsal day. Oh no. I hate going out and forgetting important things. I have a mom bag usually. Not lately when I go out, but I most of the time I have a mom bag and it has a little bit of everything. Like taking the entire house with you. Maybe, depending. That Sai might be in call with me when I play Subnautica. Maybe we shall see. Has a built-in VR support for no. God no. There's VR for Subnautica? I would have a heart attack live on stream and then I'd be dead. My company luckily gives me accommodations for my injuries. I also have some spine and breathing problems. Me too, buddy. I have asthma and have had quite one too many bouts of pneumonia, so I am right up there with you with breathing issues. VR Subnautica for one, oh my god, for 100,000? When we get that silver play button? Maybe. You were born with a hole in your heart? Oh my god. I'm glad you're thriving. I'm glad that you're doing well nowadays. It seems if you're doing dance-oriented things, it sounds like you're doing fairly well. I'm glad for you. Subnautica 2 will be out by then, and it should have multiplayer. No, don't say Subnautica 2. It's been a while since I've been born so close up. Yeah, you still sometimes probably get complications after the fact, though. But once again, I'm glad you're thriving and healthy as much as you can be. Why the heck why does Subnautica 2 have multiplayer? Has it ever had multiplayer unless it was modded for regular Subnautica? No? Okay. I'm in some very dance-heavy shows right now, and heating doesn't exactly work in the studio. Ew. At least with dancing, that your body kind of heats up by itself. But it probably is kind of funky to start out and you're freaking freezing. You're freezing your biscuits off. A lot of people wanted the multiplayer, so they did it for 2. Is 2 still having issues with its developers? Yeah, have the lawsuit still ongoing? I don't know about then. If things get resolved, then maybe I'll play it. But if there's still a slew of issues, I will refrain. I will pass. No, heck no. I'm not modding Subnautica. It's gonna be a one and done stream. I'm sure I have some English shows recorded somewhere. My American accent is quite funny, though. Accents are hard to replicate if it's not your norm. Because where you live and what language you speak really develops your soft palate in a different way. So sometimes it's a little difficult to speak other languages when you have like a fully developed soft palate. Makes it a little bit difficult for like tongue movement and everything and pronunciation. It's not a developer problem, it's a company owner problem. Okay. So I guess if it works out with the company then, because if it's not a developer problem and the people that are working on the game then I don't mind as much. But if it's a company problem, they're the ones that usually gets like most of the revenue, yeah. Into the Woods. Ooh. Was one of the princes in the production. Ooh. Into the Woods. Ironically, I live in America. I just have foreign parents. Do you have phlegm? Are you getting sick, Wisp? I hope not. I'm still afraid that I'm in the process of getting sick. Because it's either that I'll get hit really hard with a cold, or I'll slowly descend and then, I suffer for longer. Home remedies for phlegm. Warm salt water, gargling it helps. Sitting in steam or breathing in steam can also help dislodge it as well. If you have a sore throat, you can go for honey or spoonfuls of honey at night, which is very helpful. But phlegm specifically, steam, warm drinks, with no milk. Even though milk doesn't technically make your phlegm thicker, it still leaves like a coating on your throat, so it can be uncomfortable. Phlegm is like the mucus, basically. I think phlegm is usually like thicker than mucus, but I think it probably means the same thing. The big company that purchased a small studio ousted the CEOs because they were trying to avoid paying out a multi-million-dollar bonus to the studio workers. Evidence discovery found emails of the company conspiring a hostile takeover to avoid the payout. Ew. Well, I hope that gets rectified. That's awful. The gross yellow mucus? No, have you gone to a clinic? Because it sounds like you're still sick. If it has color. Yeah, phlegm is the coffee stuffer from when you get sick. They consulted ChatGPT on how to avoid the payout? How in the world? That's both simultaneously funny and awful at the same time. It's a Sondheim musical. It's all the fairy tales stories, but more like the Grimm fairy tale versions. I love those versions more than the, like, you know, Disney's normal versions of fairy tales. So I had to die off stage because my character's eyes got poked out. That's awesome. My wife is my free clinic and she's at work though. Well, get something warm to drink. Try to breathe in the steam of the tea or whatever warm drink that you get. It can help dislodge it a little bit. Yeah, don't use AI for school. That's silly. Describe in a short paragraph I could screw over my workers. Well, once again, I hope that gets fixed. I still might consider Subnautica 2 if you guys really want that silliness of my thalassophobia to be an incentive for 100k subscribers. We'll have to figure out other incentives as time goes along with that. It was quite awkward, though, because I was Rapunzel's prince, who gets his vision restored from her, but the girl playing my love interest was about... Eh! Yeah, the Grimm fairy tales are not kosher. They are the funkiest representations of fairy tales, and I'm surprised that Disney was able to make them so child-friendly. Because Sleeping Beauty is not great. Sleeping Beauty is kind of funky. Cinderella was also really different. And Snow White as well was also very, very different. The Snow White in the original setup was also kind of age gap dubiousness. But that's like more of the modern day mentality, because it was a little bit different in terms of time frame back then, but still not okay. Stories of that time frame. Yeah, Aladdin is also very different. The actress for her was very young, even though I'm a teenager, still felt weird. Luckily we're friends, so it wasn't awkward. That's good, because if you're doing it with somebody doing like awkward acting or that kind of acting with somebody that you don't necessarily know, I bet it could be very weird and awkward. You see the video of Minecraft YouTuber that's afraid of spiders playing an arachnophobia mods? No! Oh no. Did you know in the first Ark, the dinosaur game, all of the spiders were inside of the caves, so you didn't have to worry about them, but now they're out and about in the forests. If you know somebody who has arachnophobia and likes to play Ark, they're out. Yeah, who let them out? I don't know who decided that was a good idea to have the spiders out in the forest. I was watching my friend play it, and I was like, what the heck is that thing in the distance? It's like, oh, a spider. No. I don't have arachnophobia, but no. I don't like the concept of a spider that can, wrap me up in webbing. Out of the redwood forest. No. Which game was it that you can change the settings, and instead of spiders, it's the word spider chasing you? Oh, that's Lethal Company. It still has like the mandibles going on, but it says spider. They were introverts and now they're extrovert spiders. Phobias are awful. And while I'm pretty sure that we're going to have fun playing Subnautica, I'm probably going to have many heart attacks often. I get many heart attacks when horror games has decided to, you know, put me in shallow water that I can't see through. Like when we played Resident Evil 7 this past October. God. There's going to be a lot of screaming. And I might dive into my normal playing a horror game like setup, and I might start singing Disney songs. I also ironically gave up a prop to a random woman in the audience of a show. Turned out that was Rapunzel's grandma, and she has it hung in her house. That's adorable. That's so cute. That's a core memory right there. The Resident Evil 7 DLC has more of it. Peach playing Fatal Frame Maiden of the Blackwater. Oh, God, I do have that in my wish list on Steam. I'm excited for the remake of the what, Red Butterfly one? Poor decisions on my part. Your Resident Evil 7 was awful. We made it through, though. We finished the game. I will probably revisit for the DLCs at some point before going into 8. And then Resident Evil 9 it comes out, what, February? Do we have to play Resident Evil 8 before 9, do you think? Or should we just go into 9 and kind of, like, at some point go back into the DLCs and Village? My next step is to try VR with my phobia. Did you get through the Maneater game? Were you okay with that? I think that you should probably play more of that before you go VR style. Or maybe what's that other game which I think might be on the Switch? It's like, it's kind of similar to like Blue Earth, but you are tranquilly diving to like Enya music. I have a big phobia of ants. If I could play Grounded without freaking out, I'll consider myself cured. You should go through more of like Noxtella in Elden Ring with the big ants there too. My phobia ruins a lot of games. It's the fear of pregnancy. Mouth washing was not a fun time for me. Oh, no. Yeah, Blue Ocean might be one. You don't want to go back into Noxtella. Ew. And Grounded, at least the ants are friendly. Oh, no, that is true that the ants are friendly in that game. I think I have another game in my wish list somewhere that was ant oriented. I don't remember what it's called. I might have actually removed it. Ah, no, don't play the game. Don't play the videos. Actually, hold on. Let me pause that and actually mute the videos again. It's called Empire of the Ants. It's kind of similar to like Sim Ant back in the day. You're like conquering other ant nests and things like that, though it might be a bit too realistic in terms of looking like an ant. They bring you stuff. I was basically Patrick hitting SpongeBob with a rock thinking it was a spider. A bunch of people will tell me that they're trying for a kid and it's so awkward. I've gotten nauseous over it. Oh, I'm so sorry. You don't have to talk about it too much if it causes you stress. Phobias are no joke to deal with, especially if you have multiple of them too. Basically, it's a VR video that I'll be in deep water being around whales and orcas and sharks. Ew. Well, I don't do too much that you give yourself a panic attack, please. Take care of yourself. It's almost a 3 hour. It is almost 3 hours. Oh my god, I've been talking for that long. That's impressive on my part. I once said ew on accident to a woman showing me her newborn. Some of them look like weird, wrinkly, naked mole rats. So I would not fault you for some babies straight out of the of coming out into the world are ugly. That's okay. That's usually how it is. She was very cute, but it was a gut reaction. That's completely fine. There's some babies that definitely look like naked mole rats. That's the only thing I could think of. Naked mole rats. Just like Peach adopting a Switch 2. This is definitely a baby that I'm gonna be very, very gentle with. I still can't believe it's sitting on my table right now. I keep touching the box. That's okay. Not every baby is cute, and that's fine. And I feel like people should acknowledge that. Baby animals are way cuter than human babies. I will agree that even though they are cute, ugly, I love baby birds. They are ugly cute, and I love them so much. Worst part is that almost all my teachers have kids or gotten pregnant recently. That's so unfortunate that you have that kind of phobia, because it's not something that you can actively avoid, because it's a natural part of life for a lot of people. I am so sorry that you have to deal with that. That is the worst thing to have to deal with on the daily. Because there's no way that is not going to be somebody's topic of conversation, at least once. My cat is laying inside of her little cardboard bowl. And I know that she's not looking at me. But her ears are pointed my way. So she's listening, but she's laying the opposite direction. A baby king crab. It looks like a porcupine spider. They're really tiny. One teacher commonly would tell me how they were really trying for a baby. Why would you ever tell a child even without the phobia that feels wrong? That's a weird topic of conversation. Yeah, I think my favorite little baby sea creature is octopus. The tiniest little octopus babies are so cute. That and baby turtles. So baby turtles also have like a lot of unfortunate things that happen to them. The same thing with octopus babies. Hey, Giga. Oh, sea angels are really pretty too. There's sea angels. I really love all of the different like mermaid purses with even though I don't like sharks, I respect them. That is also like in conjunction with a thalassophobia fear. But I love sharks and they're so fascinating. My favorite shark is the cookie cutter shark. But the mermaid purses that some of the sharks come in are really cool looking. One can look like a corkscrew and it goes into the sand. It is awkward having a conversation with somebody when they say, "Oh, we're trying for a baby." Do you fully understand what entails to make said baby, right? You understand what you're doing, right? It's not something that I really need to know. Thanks. A baby octopus. Baby otters. I have a friend that really loves otters. So whenever I have otters pop up on my Twitter feed, I have to send them to her. Yeah, talking that type of topic with anyone really, especially if you're that age, is awkward and unnecessary. You missed the Oh, honey, you missed the delivery, but don't worry. Making the babies the fun. Robots. Oh my god. They had so many innuendo jokes in Robots. It's like, honey, what's that piece? You did say we wanted a boy, right? Walks over with the hammer. Don't worry, son, you won't feel a thing. The most awkward start to a movie. Absolutely hilarious, but also why? Well, you know something? You love otters too? If I see them, I will send them your way. Yeah, robots created so many memes. And I think one of the most popular ones is like, I'm turning out to be like my mother. Freaking the villain robot starts attacking indiscriminately. Becoming exactly like my mother. She got mad at me once for making fun of how her husband is bald. I said you could maybe slap a piece of cheese on his head, but that's so funny. Maybe she's insecure about it. I know some people can be insecure about losing their hair, but most of the times it's a very nonchalant kind of like silly joke. But heck, need to make a Discord channel so we can have movie nights. I need to research how to properly set one up. I tried setting one up before and it failed horribly. I don't know exactly how the settings work in Discord. It makes my grandma brain hurt. She's very sensitive. Oh wow. I tried to put an L in sensitive. She's very sensitive for a school counselor. Can't exactly deal with the kids at all. What? Why are you working in school? In a school setting if you can't handle children? Yeah, I think... Is that how I said it? Oh, I'm sorry. Sensitive. Sensitive? I removed the T. If you haven't seen Robots, let me get a picture of the... where is it? Let me get a picture of the poster. It is a older... When did it come out? It came out in 2005, so it's a 20-year-old movie. It has Robin Williams in it as a like a junker robot. Maybe this will be big enough. Beep 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 beep. Images, add image, browse layer. This is Robots. This is one of the most hilarious movies that you will ever watch. It is so funny. Need to go on a call for something. Thanks for having me here. I'll be back soon. Yeah, have fun with whatever you're doing. Goodbye. See you later. Thank you for the lovely interactions. It's been very fun. Yeah, was it Amanda Bynes, the yellow robot? She's also hilarious. I think out of all of them, even though I love Robin Williams, Aunt Fanny is my favorite character. Wait, who was Drew Carey? Who was Drew Carey? So Ewan McGregor, I think, was the I didn't even realize that was him, but I think he's the villain. Then you have Halle Berry, Greg Kinnear, Mel Brooks, Amanda Bynes, Drew Carey, and Robin Williams. Who was Halle Berry? Drew Carey was the whale robot? Really? I never noticed. Oh, wow. I'm learning something today. Sounds like Sai also wants the Discord server. Yeah. I really want to make one because it's very convenient to have, so you guys can also like converse amongst yourselves too. But this is a hilarious movie. I highly recommend watching it. This is my third oil change today. Something's wrong with me. Yeah, Aunt Fanny. Aunt Fanny is my favorite. Let me see. Can I get a picture of Aunt Fanny? Where is Aunt Fanny? If I can spell. Aunt Fanny. She's so cute. This is probably gonna be a little bit blurry. No. Oh, maybe I can just do it this way. Save. Yes. That'll change. Why is it so small? Aunt Fanny. Look at her. She has all of the what's it? The rear lights on her butt. I love her. I could help you make a simple one with permission and whatnot. Been a while since I've messed with it, but we can keep it small. If that's okay. I'll have to set something up and then figure things out. I know there's some people that you can hire to make a Discord server. So that it's set up security-wise and permission-wise properly. But yeah, this... Look at her. She even has, like, the actual, like, car trunk opening back there, too. There is pre-made templates? I gotta figure... I gotta do some Googling. When she backs up... Yeah, the warning alarm. Aunt Fanny is my favorite. I love her so much. What other movies did that robots movie? Jennifer Coolidge was Aunt Fanny. How did I not realize this? Oh no, Ewan McGregor was Rodney Copperbottom, so he was the main character. What? Mel Brooks was Big Weld. Wait, then who's Drew Carey? Stanley Tucci was Herb Rob Copperbottom? Greg Kinnear was Ratchet. Mr. Wait, huh? Ooh, what? Where's Drew Carey? Excuse me. What? Fender Pinwheeler. Fender Pinwheeler was Robin Williams. Cappy, Big Weld, Rodney Copperbottom. Red body always at the end of the world. Levels of anxiety. Piper, Mr. Gasket, Ratchet. Was Ratchet the guy? Who's who? Madam Gasket, Tin Man, Boys, Crank. Crank! Who's Crank? Was Drew Carey. Crank. Oh, he was the little yellow guy. Ratchet is the villain. So Mel Brooks was Big Weld. Ratchet was Greg Kinnear. It says Crank was that yellow robot with a long tube-like head. I have to watch that clip of him dancing to Britney Spears. I'm glad I can bring this to the forefront of your brain. James Earl Jones played voice box. A voice box? Oh. Huh. Rodney not only beats capitalism, but by the end of the movie, the dude also basically grants immortality to the people, or maybe just really good healthcare. I think it would be the equivalent of really good healthcare. Oh, maybe the Darth Vader reference? Diesel had a Darth Vader voice box at one time? Oh, okay. Okay. Diesel, Paul Urmson. Diane West played Mrs. Copperbottom. We have learned new things today. What did I come back to? We're talking about... don't mind the picture of Aunt Fanny off the screen. Oh, let me remove that. We're talking about the Robots movie. The 2005 Robots movie. It's Aunt Fanny. Shows some respect. Sorry. This is a preview of Peach's Nest mech design. No, I don't even have enough dump in the trunk to equate having a butt that big. I don't have the butt for that. Not yet. Don't say not yet. That's not possible. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I close that. Close the other Google Chrome browser. No, I don't have huge tracts of land. I am not the voluptuous elf lady you think that I am. I am tall and that's it. Her hips would pop out if she had a butt like that. Gravity would break her like a toothpick. Oh my god. No, I don't want watermelons. I don't want to have more back problems that I already have and have a hard time looking for bras that don't even look nice and are itchy. No thanks. You don't like her? What's wrong with her? She's beautiful. She's rich. She's got huge tracts of land. Monty Python. No, if I had a voluptuous butt and you know ponder my orb memories, I would have more problems than ever before. I can't. I wouldn't survive. I would be dead. I can't. I'll take cake in food form. Like I currently still have cinnamon cake right in front of me that I'm going to devour after stream's completely over. Which I probably should wrap up soon and figure out dinner. Because I gotta see what it is that Mama Faye brought home. foods. At least you can look down at your own feet. I can. Yeah, I still have eggnog pudding. I could have more eggnog pudding with the rest of the cinnamon cake. I hope that I never develop memories that big. My condolences to anybody who has the big memories, and my well wishes to your spine. Because I have seen a lot of VTubers and people with quite the voluptuous orbs, and my first thought is not necessarily like, ooh, boob. It's I am sorry for your back problems. Do you want a Tylenol? I'll think about your friend on Discord page. I'll poke you on Blue Sky once I get some bones in place so we can mold it to your taste. You're so nice. What the heck? We'll have to figure some stuff out. Very realistic reaction. Yeah, most people are like, oh, booba. But I'm like, Tylenol, ibuprofen. No, ibuprofen might be better than Tylenol in that regard. Would you like a back brace? Does it need support? It's finally happening on Discord. I have Blue Sky and Twitter. I try to post on Blue Sky the same time that I post on Twitter. And whenever I do draw things, unless it's like something specifically for VTuber purposes, I tried to post it on Blue Sky, but I haven't been really drawing as much lately, other than things that I am working on for myself. I have one that I need to finish so I can have it as a backup me when either technical difficulties arise or, you know, a particularly bad day. I have some stuff that I'm working on. And then I have many other ideas that I need to execute. I do think that a lot of people are trying to move back into Blue Sky after the most recent Twitter thing, but we'll see how that goes for people. Because this has happened, it's like a lather, rinse, repeat of people moving to Blue Sky. But I do have an Instagram as well. It's kind of abandoned, but I think I want to reform it into like peach food related things. No break time. I'm probably gonna wrap up soon instead of break, because then we can just like finish for today. I think it's always been toxic, but it's only been easier to be toxic now. As time goes on, it's easier and easier to be more and more toxic. Now the Instagram followed. Oh my god. I haven't done anything. It still has old version of me profile icon. I haven't changed anything. I gotta fix it. Oh yeah, if you are gonna still post your art related things, or, you know, things that you don't want to, that Twitter's implementation of the button, if you don't want it to mess with that, so far posting your images as GIF versions prevents the button from working, for what I've seen. So I would recommend that if you are concerned about posting things up on Twitter and don't want that little happy dappy button being utilized. Bring back the GIF profile pic. Yes, bring them back. They made it complicated to delete Facebook accounts? Why? Why does deleting something have to be silly? Yeah, I should have all of the socials on the card website that I have, which is another thing that I want to update soon with new graphics and everything, and then probably a slightly different layout. I have so many things that I want to do. Yeah, a lot of the GIF images are probably from people trying to bypass the little button of AI oriented buttholery. GIF form is the best that you could possibly do, or create videos of and post it that way as well, because I don't think it works on videos either, and I'm hoping they never implement it. That would be more buttholery at work. I also do have a Twitch, but the Twitch is for viewing purposes than it is streaming purposes. Because I don't think that I ever really will plan to stream on Twitch. But I don't really chat on Twitch either, so if you see somebody with my name chatting and being a butthole, it's not me. Not that I think that there's anybody going to be impersonating me, but all of my socials are on the card. And if I ever get a different one, I would let you guys know. If you see me, no, you didn't. Basically. Yeah, I hate Twitch. All those ads are annoying. I think the weird thing is that, that ad blocker doesn't work with the ads on Twitch, but it still acknowledges that I have an ad blocker, which is weird because it doesn't do anything to the actual ads on Twitch. It still plays anyway, but it's still saying, oh, do you want to turn off your ad blocker or subscribe to the person or memberships that you want to join somebody's thing on Twitch. I mean, it doesn't work. I don't understand why they need to acknowledge it. It took me a while, but I got a stable Twitch ad blocking set up for PC and lots of experimentation. Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was just something that couldn't be messed with because it was integrated into the actual stream itself. Because YouTube, you can still technically use ad blocker, but some of them are detected by the actual website now. So after a while, once it notices it, it kind of limits you being able to watch videos. But I do have YouTube Premium, so I personally don't have that issue currently. So lots of ad on mobile. When I look at Twitter on my own browser, because I do have ad blocker for it, it's a lot different in terms of ads that you see on the phone, on the app for it, which they change quite frequently now. And the ads that I'm seeing on my phone for Twitter are a lot more product oriented than before. Because it's actual linked to products this time around. So they're changing the way that they do ads on Twitter as well. YouTube's not great, but it's at least a little bit better than Twitch right now. I use the ad block from Chrome and it works fine for YouTube. Has a red stop hands as a symbol. Mine is Ad Block Plus, and I have that on my phone as well, but that's only for the actual browser. I only see gambling and crypto ads. I have seen those as well, but I don't know what it is about the more recent ones I've been seeing that has been, oh, buy this product or that product, which I think kind of links to Amazon. A lot of my app games that have ads still on them are very Amazon-oriented ads. the ad blocker I used stopped working in Chrome, so I switched to Firefox. I do know that the Chrome browser on phones don't have the ability to download an ad blocker, so you kind of have to use a different browser on your phone if you want ad blocking. Because I think I have 2 different ad blockers on Firefox on my phone. Because some websites you kind of need the additional security there. Peach, you want to hear me and my wife humor between each other? Tell me. I want to know. Firefox is integrating AI into itself, so I don't know if I'd use that. Yeah, I did hear about that. I don't know what other app that I want to use, because I don't know how Opera works. And I know that there's a few other different browsers, but I haven't used them. And I'm definitely not using Internet Explorer, if that is even on phones anymore. I told her about me getting rid of my big chest, and she said, I will divorce you if you get rid of my natural pillows. See, that's compromise. That You can't get rid of her natural pillows. They're naturally warm too. That's a 2-person decision right there. Opera GX is actually easy to use. Oh, I'll probably when I start seeing the AI being implemented into Firefox, I will probably switch it over. I will say it's slower but safer. It's not that bad. Patience is not an issue. So it gets frustrating not having something load quickly, but it's not like that big of a problem. I love that woman. I will divorce you if you get rid of my natural pillows. That's great. I love every story that you've told me about Pam. She is a hoot, and I love her. But with that, I think that we should wrap this up for today. Wrap up our grandma hours. Because I gotta free the baby and figure out some food. I hope that this was an entertaining time. I hope that you guys had a great day and have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being with me when one of the Fae brought the Switch in for me. I'm gonna unbox it after I figure out some food, and I will take pictures to show you guys. Also, I haven't forgotten. I gotta get decent pictures of the Pyramid of Giza and the flower Lego set, the bouquet. I gotta get decent pictures of it, and I will also post it on the community tab and probably on Twitter as well. It's a fun stream. Thank you for doing it and letting us join. Yeah, this is the first time you let her out of at the end of the stream. Well, hi. Are you looking at me? Yes, I'm talking about you. I let her out earlier, and then I let her back in when Binks wanted out. So I'm gonna give her some love and freedom. I do usually let her in, but she was laying on the box. She was all comfortable, but now she's at the door knowing that I'm about to finish up stream. She either does this at the end or the start, or when she gets like really antsy about wanting me to leave the room. But yeah, have a great rest of your day. Sleep well. I hope you had delicious food today and some hydration in any way, shape, or form. Water is great, but juice and everything else is good too, especially if it gets you to drink something. Don't forget that you can flavor your water for a better water drinking experience. If you feel like you need a little bit of electrolytes, slap a pinch of salt in there. Get some extra balance to your minerals. Yeah, have a good New Year. I think that there is a possibility that we might stream on New Year's, but we'll see about that. Have a good New Year. I'll let you know when I decide that I'm probably going to take about a week off. because I have some things that I want to do in preparation for the new year. Sleep well when you go to bed. Have good dreams. Don't forget to take your vitamins and your prescription medication if you have any. Take care of yourself. Wash your hands before you eat food. Make sure to brush your teeth 30 minutes after. I'll see you guys soon. And I'll post up the newest weekly schedule sometime tomorrow. I'm not stalling. Shut up. I'll either post it tomorrow or Monday. Good night. Sleep well. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.